dreamed last night that I was playing hockey with them.
Metroid Prime, where John and JD talk about stuff over the game.
Yay!
Yay! We're doing stuff. Metroid stuff.
Yay!
Yay! So, Ghostbusters movie came out.
I'm leaving in 10 days.
And you're leaving for Africa in 10 days, so we gotta get this game done.
It's getting pretty fucking hectic, I'm not gonna lie.
This and Life
and
is Strange.
It's getting stressful and hectic.
Yeah, moving's always stressful.
Well,
I've moved.
Moving across the fucking world there, buddy.
I've done it twice.
Yeah, but not in the same, not the same degree.
Yours is more permanent.
Yeah, and it's a fucking third world country. The third world country. It's like, it doesn't get poorer than that.
It's the Niger.
All the other countries are like 2.8, 2.9. This is definitely third world. This is a third world as it gets. And it's like for a job, and it's pretty serious.
Even Honduras is only about a 2.9.
Yeah.
on the third world country scale.
Honduras isn't that bad. I mean, people are poor, but it's like... Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it fits on the Human Development Index, but it's not going to be as low as the African countries.
Well, your apartment's pretty much just your bed now, right?
And a whole bunch of crap I got to get rid of still. I got a couch I can't get rid of. Yeah. But it's all got a plan. It's all going to come together. That stuff's all, it's all just in due time.
And you're crazy busy finishing up your classes that you're going through.
Oh, fuck.
All your music theory stuff.
Music AQ. It's been a really good AQ class, but yeah, it's been...
Totally worth it?
Oh, yeah. It's been really, really good. I mean, people get really stressed out because the schedule and everything, but it's still been a really valuable experience. It's the type of class that actually makes me really excited to teach music. So It's like, it's been really good. The people who put it together are really good.
What are some of the instruments you've been going over?
So we basically have to learn a new instrument in every category. So, and on top of that, we have to learn percussion and conducting, like percussion, just rhythms and stuff.
Right.
I pretty much rocked my percussion test. It was really, 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 really good. Did well on my flute test.
Flute test?
Haven't gotten my marks back yet for my brass test, but I can tell it's going to be really good because I'm like, in terms of all the people who picked up trombone, I think I came the farthest.
Oh. Now, have you ever played these instruments before?
Nope. Flute, I played in April. I started learning flute in April.
Yeah, so I remember that, but the trombone, I don't remember you ever mentioning that before.
First time I picked it up was about a week ago.
Wow.
Yep. And I'm already playing, like, kind of level, like, I mean, there's still stuff like that I'm beginner at with trombone, but there's other stuff that I'm like really good at.
Okay.
And then learning cello now, just picked up cello, and cello's a lot of fun actually. Cello's a pretty good one. It's tough to get the fingers right in the right place. But
okay.
Yeah.
That's what I have a problem with, like trying to play the piano or the organ that I got.
Yeah.
My fingers constantly hit the wrong keys. The placement's bad. I think it's just repetition, but.
Yeah.
Fingers always cramp a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to spend a lot of time on conducting, because they gave us this song that we have to conduct properly, which means we have to introduce a lot of the cues, we have to keep time throughout, we have to, like, motion the crescendos, decrescendos, all that kind of shit. Yeah, and we also have to mark up the score, as we would in case we were actually... Because conductors have to do a lot of preparation before bringing a song to a band. They have to know the song inside out 100%, and they have to have like all their notes figured out, and depending on how difficult the score is, because as you can imagine, in a full orchestra, you got like 70 people, there's about like 30 different parts.
Right.
You're looking at all those parts at the exact same time in the score.
So you're literally being maestro.
Well, I mean, maestro just means master.
Yeah, you're being the maestro.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of shit to take care of. So conducting, and then also we'll also have to like build a whole bunch of curriculum for a fake class that we'll never teach. So I'm doing mine on improvisation.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
If you do ever have to teach it, it's gonna be improvised.
Well, I mean, you're teaching improvisation.
Okay.
And readings on top of that, which are always bullshit, but you have to do them.
All right. So, this part in the game here, we're at the part now where...
Have you beat the game yet?
No. we're getting there, though. I think we're about 75% done with the game at this point.
Oh, okay.
So we're basically in a lab where these space pirates are using the using that weird energy source to kind of enhance their space pirateness. So hence that's why we're seeing like these giant deformed ones all of a sudden all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Science team is accepting blah blah blah. Yeah. So basically, the space pirates want to utilize this energy source as another way of, mutating themselves to be a better species. I'm trying to think. Is that? I guess Alien kind of does that with the face huggers, that they always mix the DNA in some wild way.
What's that? Is that how it happens?
Isn't that how it happens?
I mean, the face huggers are just a giant analogy for rape,
but whatever it interacts with, it mixes its alien DNA with that of the host, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
That's why it makes them kind of anthropomorphic.
No, I think they're just laying their eggs. I think that's all that's happening.
Oh, so I always thought that it kind of...
You thought the aliens were half human or something?
Yeah, because in Prometheus, you kind of see that happen, and that's what gave the alien its shape.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to Prometheus, I'm not going to lie.
You didn't like it?
No.
Not a fan?
Definitely not. I felt it was quite poor. Everybody got excited because it's Ridley Scott doing another Alien movie, but I think people forget how kind of shitty of a director Ridley Scott actually is. I know he made Blade Runner, of course, and people think that Gladiator was a good movie. I disagree. And
I like Blade Runner. Well, I do like Blade Runner. I like Gladiator.
I thought Blade Runner was fantastic, and Alien, of course, the first one was fantastic. But I think Ridley Scott's put out a lot of really boring shit that's just not half as exciting as it's meant to be.
So so we got the super bomb, right? And I got a real problem with this in the game because you don't really know what the super bomb, what you need to super bomb. It's all a guessing game.
Yeah, okay.
So
we don't know what we have to super bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that grate there, you don't know that
you're capable.
Yeah, you just do it, and
hope it works.
But in the case in this room, you're just doing everything you can to survive. So when I first played it, I died a couple times because I was like, I don't know what to do, and I had to look it up.
Crazy.
Yeah. The game itself isn't hard. It's just
trying to figure out what the fuck you're supposed to do.
It's just very back and forth all the time.
Yeah, Metroidvania.
Yeah, but the thing with a Castlevania game compared to, say, Metroid Prime here, even the old Metroids, it kind of gives you that sense that, okay, I need to do something in this area to progress. I didn't get that feeling in this, because in order to progress to other areas, 99% of the time you're just going from point A to point B. You don't really need to, not like Super Metroid where you go to one spot, you're stuck, you've been everywhere else. Clearly I have to be here. What do I need to do? Oh, I just got the super bomb, so I need to super bomb this.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely...
Yeah, in this game, it's not so much that. It's... I don't know, you can scan a lot of stuff, and it'll say something like, hey, you need a super bomb. But with that instance in that room, even if you scan everything in there, nothing comes up. So you're like, I don't know what to do. I guess maybe in that sense, it's sort of like Super Metroid in a 3D sense. I just don't think it translated well to 3D.
I mean, one thing about Nintendo that's always been just it's almost a hallmark of the games is the games that are based around game mechanics, right? Which does not seem like it's that big of a deal, but it really is, because when you consider all these other shooters every other shooter is based on set pieces and cutscenes, right? That's the real driving factor behind those games. If they just copy and paste the game mechanics from Call of Duty and then just put in a whole bunch of different set pieces and story elements. Whereas Nintendo games have always been about the mechanics, and the game itself is kind of based on all the weird mechanics that they introduce. which I think gives it definitely like it gives it much more to work with for one thing. It also makes each one kind of unique in its own way. It has like a totally different character.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Now, I do like that about this game, where if you play a Call of Duty game or some bullshit, it's just kill everything that's not you, move on to the next area, you get a cutscene, maybe.
I mean, like, yeah, the new Doom game, what is that? It's just Call of Duty in hell.
Right? Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Colin got it, we're going to eventually play that.
Yeah. It doesn't look like there's that many new mechanics in it. It seems like it's just the same game.
It's a big homage to the 1994 Doom, I guess, because that's when it came out.
Yeah.
Where it's just you just run around killing everything with these guns.
It seems like it's just level design. That's all they changed. It's the exact same as every other game, except the level design is different.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of brutality aspects to it, but it's like I already know that. It's like, okay, I would play it for maybe an hour or two, and then I'd be totally done with the game. Just no intention, no wanting to finish it at all. It'll be interesting, because Colin wants to play it really bad. I go, sure, we can definitely do it. I'm just telling you now that more than likely we're not going to finish it, and you're going to play.
Yeah.
And I will probably talk shit on the game, because I'm one of the few that just didn't like the original Doom when it came out.
Well, I mean, how old were you when it came out?
6.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, the original Doom was like a fucking game changer, that's for sure.
Any interest in heading to a cottage for a weekend next month? Thinking of renting one.
Who's that from?
Brandon.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
That's awesome.
A cottage in Canada? That's where everyone goes.
I'm so sad I'm going to miss that.
Oh, man.
I've basically never spent any time in colleges except for with family.
Absolutely.
Which is not the same at all. I went to a college with a band once, but when we were on tour, but it wasn't that special.
Well, it's gonna depend on the weekend highly, because one weekend's Fan Expo, which I'm definitely going to.
Yeah.
And then the weekend before that's Ninja Sex Party's coming to Toronto. Yay! Date the episode.
Okay.
You know Ninja Sex Party?
I know who they are, yes.
Yay! Yeah, me and Colin are going.
Okay.
And then I got a third ticket for my buddy in the States, since you're going to be gone by that point.
This doesn't connect, does it?
Nope, I did not solve the puzzle correctly.
There you go.
Or did I?
Oh, does it?
It gets me back up here, because I fell.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is my favorite puzzle in the game, for sure.
Why?
It's just I've never seen it done before.
Didn't you already do one of these puzzles?
It was doing the bottom levels, and now that we have access to the top levels, because I got the super bomb, I can now finish the puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually that's cool.
Yeah. See, this is the type of thing that Nintendo does that other games just straight up don't do, right?
Right. So I was watching an old Game Grumps episode, or I guess it's new at this point, but they were discussing how, like, when it comes to game mascots, such as Mario, it's all about what does Mario do? Well, he jumps on things and gets to the end, right?
Yep.
And no matter what game it is, you know that's what you're getting, and it all depends on what new mechanic, something new's in the game. So, like, with Super Mario World, you have all these crazy items, but you're still essentially jumping and getting to the next area. In the new 3D one, you're still jumping in now a 3D world.
Yep. It all
upgrade!
Awesome. What do you get now?
I got the grappling hook.
Oh.
Because, no game is good in 2016 without a grappling hook.
Well, I wouldn't say this game's that good in 2016.
Well, the game still holds up.
The game was good in, 2002 or whatever.
I still like it. It's just, I do have a lot of gripes about it.
It's just, yeah, and it's all because, outdated stuff, right?
I don't know. This is a game that definitely would have benefited from having twin stick controls.
Oh, okay.
Dual analog stick.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. But it still seemed to work good enough for the game. I mean, I've tried playing this game on the Wii with the motion controls, and I think it's better, but you just get so tired so quickly. And I was definitely binge playing this game.
Yeah.
If I wasn't binge playing it, it would have been fine. In fact, maybe it would have been better to play on the Wii. But I figured playing it for the first time, I'm pretty much going through this twice. I'm gonna play on the GameCube. Yeah. But yeah, back to Mario. You play a Zelda game. It's all about exploration and defeating Ganon. You know what you're getting in that.
Yeah.
Metroid.
It's all about gonna be like horseback riding and shit. And...
It's going to be something along the line of you get other items to explore dungeons, and it's all exploration.
Yeah.
Metroid. It's all about back and forth, upgrading your suit, and well, I mean it's Metroid, right? You know what it is.
Yep.
Now they were talking about how Sonic. It used to be about Sonic going fast.
Yeah.
1 through 4, that's what it was. Even in the Sonic Generations game, they went back to its roots.
Okay.
The Sonic Advance games are good. But you have games like Sonic and the Black Knight, where Sonic has a sword and he's on this rail and you're hardly playing.
Yeah, that's
Sonic Adventure, the Sonic part was okay. Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, it was its first crack at 3D. It's like, all right, they're working on something.
Yeah, but don't forget, there's shit like Mario Golf out there, right?
Well, that's not what we're talking about right now. But I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of those kinds of games.
Where it's like they plunk Mario in a game that has absolutely nothing to do with Mario.
Well, we're talking just the mainstream of the game line.
Right.
And then you have Sonic 06, where it's just like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah,
Sonic Boom.
They just can't update Sonic for the new generation.
Well, they did it fine in Sonic Generations.
Right.
Did it totally fine there. But again, that was more of like an homage where it was kind of mixing it all together between Sonic Adventure and the old Sonics.
Yeah, whatever they did
it didn't
seem to
feel like a new game.
Right.
But it was done well. Sonic Colors was done well. I really liked that. That felt like a Sonic game.
Yeah. Like, Sonic's supposed to be about, like, just going really fast and doing all this crazy shit that, like, depends on speed. Like, those corkscrews and stuff. It's like a roller coaster, right? You're supposed to be playing It's not really a platformer so much as a roller coaster that you just kind of run through.
13th or the 20th? Well, I think the 20th... Oh, I think either of those, because Ninja Sex Party is the 26th and Fan Expo is September 1st.
Man, you get to go to a cottage.
I'm excited. I've never been to one before.
Yeah. I mean, you know what to expect. It's just a tiny little house in the country.
In the woods or on a beach.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
That's a beach house. It's not a cottage.
It's a beach house in the woods. That's all it is.
I've never been to one. I'm pumped because anytime I would go to the woods, it was always with my family and we'd be camping in a tent.
Yeah. That's what cottaging is.
And then Sonic Lost World it had a great idea. It was essentially Mario Galaxy, but with Sonic. But it's almost like it missed the mark. It was fine, it just missed the mark. It seemed like it was way too kiddie. And then the mechanics weren't... The mechanics were kind of all over the place. So it almost feels like, in Sonic's case, they just don't know what to do with him.
Exactly. They got such a hot property that everybody really likes, and they're not able to actually make it relevant to the new gaming world. And
I mean, we can discuss other characters that just kind of have faulted too. The Castlevania franchise.
Yeah, they haven't done anything with that.
There was 2 games that came out on the PS3, but it was essentially just God of War.
Yeah.
And it was boring, because you've already played that exact game in God of War.
Yep.
So...
Final Fantasy is falling apart, too.
Well, Final Fantasy 15's coming out. By the time this video
shows
up, it'll definitely be out.
it's not so much make or break. It isn't at that point yet, but at the same time, they've got some serious like credibility to build.
I've demoed Final Fantasy 15. It's I am. It's not going to be kind of an average Star Ocean or what Dragon Quest has become,
right?
Where they're just average RPG properties.
It's like, you think it's going to be pretty good?
I think Final Fantasy 15 is going to be excellent.
That's good because they need one.
Yeah.
Because they haven't.
I want more. I want more of these.
Like 7 and 8 were such huge things, and then 10 just blew everybody away. 9 was pretty standard.
9 was good.
9 was good.
Yeah.
I liked 9, but at the same time, it was like pretty standard Final Fantasy. It didn't blow anybody away.
4 through 10 were solid.
Yeah, and 9 was
solid games.
Yeah, that's right.
12 was 12 fell into the Star Ocean category where it was just an average RPG.
That's right. Yeah. It was just standard RPG fare. And like the story was not that it was just way too complex and kind of like,
yeah, with the Dalmascus thing going on. I don't know, it was weird. It
just wasn't very interesting.
So yeah, I mean, and then going into Final Fantasy 13 with kind of a linear RPG game, you're kind of... I could see why a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah, they had their dalliances into X2, which is like, is this a sequel or is it not a sequel? And it's like...
It was a sequel, but it seemed like it was more idle. It was more towards Japan, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the case of Final Fantasy 13, it was... I enjoyed it just on the fact it was a Final Fantasy experience I've never had before.
Yeah.
Now, as a game itself, yeah, it wasn't too good.
Yeah. And so 15 is really they're gonna have it's the first time they've made like a serious Final Fantasy game since 12, and 12 was just kind of halfway there. So it was like they really have to kind of be as good as 10.
Yeah.
And so Final Fantasy 10 is like known as like one of the best ones.
So this part I pretty much raised on because I couldn't get up top. Nor could I get to that area to the right. So that's where this is going to leave off.
So what are you supposed to do here then?
I'm supposed to get up to the top.
And you couldn't do it.
And I keep getting stuck like that. So next video.
Why don't you just go to the right? Okay, whatever.